Oh, hello and welcome to Soup Time. I've recorded these videos and then the audio, so I don't know how well this is gonna go. So in this pot here is the chicken and a box of this chicken broth. See, I dump it in. Ooh, I acted it out. And then I filled this chicken broth with water, and then I dumped it in the water again. And then I brought the pot up to a boil, and then I lowered it down to low, and then I put the lid on it, and it simmered for I didn't talk fast enough. And then I cut the vegetables. The pot simmered for like an hour and a half. It simmers on that. I cut the vegetables, and I put seasonings in it. There's onions, celery, carrots, and garlic chopped up in there, and the end of a green onion. And then I put some seasonings on there, and here's a photo of those seasonings. Chicken adobo, chili powder, ground mustard, and dill. Once the chicken is cooked, it will really easily fall apart, right? See, there it is, falling to pieces. Ooh, falling to pieces. I'm not showing that very well, but it's falling off of the bone. See, look, there, just a piece just fell off there. So that's how you know the chicken's done, and you can turn that off there. And then you're going to drain the thing, but catch the water that drains off of it, so dump that in there. And then that's the broth. You're going to need that. Save that. Keep it for later. And then go back to the pot and hunk a chunk of butter in there. Here's me unwrapping the butter because I forgot to do that before. You can see my boob in the screen. Whoopsies. Anyway, now that I've peeled the wrapper off the butter, I put the butter in the pot. And I moved it around a little bit to coat the whole bottom. Maybe don't use your hand. I'm kind of stupid, right? And then here's just an extra long clip of me just moving the butter around. Yeah. I'm going to put this on YouTube. If you're someone who found this and you're not Karina, hi. I will never post another one of these again unless Karina asks me for a recipe. Anyway, then I decided that maybe it was a better idea to use the spoon to move it around, and then I gave up. And I decided it would melt on its own. And then I put all the vegetables with all that seasoning on there into this here pot. There's also cut up parsley and fresh cilantro in there. I forgot to say that. So that's all in there. And then it's going to sit there and it's going to saute. Ooh, saute. Here, jump cut. Oh, and I added a little bit of water because it wasn't sauteing very well. And then I realized that actually those spices aren't really going to stick to those vegetables. So in a few minutes here, here's me mixing it around very shittily. In a few seconds here, I'm going to dump more water in it, but I don't think I show it on the video. So that's that, and that's going to simmer. And it's on low-ish, semi-low. Here's our broth. Doesn't it look awesome? And then I put the tops of the green onions that I put the bottoms of in the vegetables, but the tops are now in the broth. Doesn't that look delicious? Wow. Yummy! I'd drink a cup of that. Yummy, yummy. I'm just going to show you me putting them all in. All of them. Apparently. Oop, missed one. Oop, stragglers. Look, I didn't put anything away after I used it. Am I good? I'm just gonna, hold the knife. Okay, here's a better thing of the chicken falling apart because it cooled off a little bit so I could touch it with my hands. But it's still pretty hot, as you'll see, because I'm gonna I don't know if the audio goes away when I do a voice recording. I hope it does because I had music on this whole time. Anyway, look, see, the chicken's pulling apart, but you could see me shake my little hand because it was hot as hell. So maybe if you're smarter than me, you'd cook the chicken and make the broth a few hours before the vegetables. Oop, puppy tax. Puppy tax. Yum 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 yum. I did good boy. Okay, back to the chicken. I've shredded it all now. I only burnt my hands a little bit. Be smarter than me. And there are all the bones. And you can keep that and you can reboil it and make more broth, but it's not as strong as the first broth. So it doesn't make good soup, but you can use it to use it for broth and other things. Look, see, now there's just magically more water in here. Yeah, and then I forgot that I actually needed to boil pasta, and you do that separately. So here's water, and it's on. I'm showing you you don't know how to make spaghetti. These are Jew egg noodles because it's Passover, and Jews are masochists. Anyway, then you put the broth in with the vegetables, and you mix that around a little bit, and let the broth reheat because all your veggies are cooked. You know that because your onions are clear. What the fuck is happening in this pot? Seriously, it was like really weird. And they were sticky. These were the weirdest noodles ever. Why do they look like that? Like, I've never seen egg noodles make a film on the top of the thing. Look, here, I'm going to try it. Let me put that in my mouth, even though it's not cooked at all, so it's going to be ass. See? I hate it. Anyway, back to the soup. I guess this is a picture? Nope, now it's a video. Okay, I'm mixing it. See? That's me mixing the soup. And then I'm going to taste the soup. It's hot, though, so I'm going to blow at it. This is about when I remembered that I could film with the other camera, I guess. A good soup. And then I'm going to take this chicken, and we're going to put the chicken in the soup. I know, crazy thought, right? So I'm just going to, do I record the whole thing? Good Lord, no, okay, magic. The pasta's done, and it looks like ass. And here, let me try it now that it's cooked and not raw. I don't like it. Well, maybe. No, I don't like it. Okay, here's my bowl of pasta. And then I put... Wow, that was just a photo, too. Okay. And yeah, I put the pasta down. That nasty-ass pasta. And then I scoop some soup. Scoop some soup into the pot. Please ignore how messy my kitchen's been this whole time. I did not clean up before I started cooking. Anyway. A lot of this stuff is still out from last night. Anyway, look at my soup. Oop. Ready to drink my oop. Drink my soup. Yippee. Okay, now all that, yeah. Ooh, picture of my soup. Yeah, got the soup nuts on there. And we posing. Ooh.